About to go to an Indiana Fever game. So I'm in Indianapolis, traveling to the East Coast, and decided that my first stop would be in Indy, and I literally was super strategic about this and made sure that I was coming through when there was going to be a home game at Cambridge here in Indy. So going to see the Fever. I wanted to give you guys a quick fit. This is what I'm wearing to the game. Yay! I'm so excited. Go Fever! We are leaving Indy, Riley and I, she's back there somewhere, and we are headed to Buffalo, New York on our next stop, breaking the trip up in 3 days, and it's like a 8-hour drive from Indy to Buffalo, and hopefully we'll get there in enough time to be able to see the Niagara Falls. I am still just thinking about the Indiana Fever game yesterday, and it is just it was so much fun. Like, the atmosphere at Cambridge was incredible. It was so loud. It was so much fun. Highly recommend, and go Fever. Riley got her pup cup. I got my Starbucks. Grande ice brown sugar shaken espresso or something like that. And we're on our way to Buffalo. Okay, I just have to talk a little bit more, or make a couple more points about the Indiana Fever game, especially since I'm wearing my Everyone Watches Women's sports shirt. I just have to say, like, it is incredible, like, the amount of people that obviously filled the stadium. So Cambridge, the Indiana Pacers NBA team also play at Cambridge, and obviously the NBA is more popular than the WNBA. The growth has been insane, but also what was just so cool, so I went to the game by myself yesterday, and I ended up being sat in between two guys, both who had come on their own. One lived in Dallas, and he's an Indiana Fever fan, was a Caitlin Clark fan, and whenever she was at Iowa, and so he had bought tickets to 3 games and came into town for those 3 home games. And then he's also coming back this next weekend to Indy for the All-Star game with his daughter. And I just thought, like, that is so cool. Like, a grown man is going out of his way to go to not just 1, but 3 Indiana Fever games. The other guy next to me, same. Like, he was actually from there, but decided to go to a game, so he went. And then the people behind me were from Iowa, of course. Met several different people from Iowa, even at the hotel that I was staying at. And they had said that it was like their 5th game this year, just traveling to see, obviously, Caitlin Clark play, but as they've grown to, watch her play and love the Indiana Fever, they've started to love other players on the team as well. And I mean, same for myself. Like, I love just watching Indiana Fever play. Like, they're just so much fun to watch. They do like a sign cam at the game, and one of the signs said, we have all the signs that said, I've traveled like X amount of miles to be at the game today, blah blah blah. This one said, I traveled all the way from Ireland to see the game. And I'm like, what? That pup cup? How you feeling, Ryan? Just like have another pup cup, please. Wow. We are on our way to Newport. Driving through New York State right now. Riley? How you feeling back there? How you feel like the drive's going? She's bored. Also taken like 3 naps, so it must be nice. Drive through New York is actually pretty smooth. It is beautiful in upstate New York, and I will say the tolls are expensive, but it is nice. We just finished an audiobook. I say we, Riley might have been listening to it as well. But we just finished an audiobook that was amazing. And yeah, we should be in Newport at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We left at 7 a.m. this morning. Alright, Brian and I are stopped at this like rest stop gas station in New York. Had to get some more Starbucks. Did not sleep well last night due to getting used to the time change. Riley's just hanging out in the back. You sleepy? You've taken like 3 naps. Huh? But anyway, drive is going really well. And we're about 4 hours from Newport, so yay! You excited, Riley? Well, tried to go see the Point Judith Lighthouse, but apparently in the summer there tends to be more fog on the coast due to like the cold water and the heat from inland, just like the humidity and everything. So it's normally pretty foggy on the coastline in the summer. So I didn't get to see it, unfortunately, but I did take some pictures of the history behind it. That's what it's supposed to look like. Maybe I'll come back on a different day and try and see it. But I did get a video of the coastline, which is pretty. Hey guys, I am about to go tour 3 of the mansions here in Newport, Rhode Island. I'm super excited about it. A lot of history. I'm just so excited. These are the houses along the cliff walk. Beautiful, beautiful. Just bought this house. And that view of the ocean. Just kidding. Look how pretty Marble House is. So pretty. It's beautiful. Love and the hydrangeas are to die for. So cute. So I am at the Chinese tea house and trying a bunch of delicious food. Hey guys, it's Amanda. I'm already getting so many different questions of where have you moved? Are you gonna come back? And thought it might be best that I sit down and share with you guys. I have decided to put everything that I own into a storage unit, and I'm decided that I'm going to be moving to a new city every single month. And right now I am in Newport, Rhode Island. I will only be here for a couple of weeks and then I will head to Boston for a month. Riley is with me, there she is. I found out back in like late 2024 that we were going to be getting rid of our work office and we'd be going fully remote, and I knew that the lease on my house was going to be ending in June of this year, and so I wanted to travel. I mean, it has been a passion of mine for a while now, and there's just so many different places in the US that I want to see, and even throughout the world, but so many different places that I want to like go and see and things to do, but also I have the flexibility to go and live there for a little bit and just work remotely. I'm 8 to 5, and so I thought about it, and I also had like come across a couple other people that have been doing something very similar where they relocate to a new place every single month, and I knew that was something that I wanted to try myself, and so here I am. I decided I wanted to do Newport, or the New England area, because there's just so much history here and it's just beautiful, and I've never lived near the coast before, and so I decided, like, why not, like, during the summer go and live near the ocean. And I looked into some different towns in the area and just New England in general, and Newport, Rhode Island popped up, and I mean, everything that I was seeing and reading, like, it was a no-brainer for me. So Newport, Rhode Island is the first stop on my trip, and then I will go to Boston for a month, and then, which I'm really, really excited about Boston, like, I have never been to Boston, but it's just one of those places and cities that is just so appealing to me and just feels like it's kind of calling me. So I think that'll be pretty cool. And then after Boston, I'll go to Cape Cod for, I believe, 5 weeks. I'll finish out September in Cape Cod. And then from there, you know, I really don't have booked yet. I am very much type A and a planner, but I knew that I wanted to kind of get out here first and decide, like, do I even like it? Is this something that I can see myself continuing to do in the next 6 months? And so I have like a tentative plan of what I want to do: Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, and then end in New York City in December, which I think would be amazing. But again, it's still kind of up in the air. October, November, and December are not yet booked, although December will be booked very shortly, because I have pretty much told myself there's like no way I can do this and not live in New York City for 1 month. So, and what better time than December when it's Christmas in New York City, which is so magical. So I just got to Newport, Rhode Island yesterday. I made the 3-day, well, I broke the trip up from KC to Newport. I broke the trip up into 3 different days. So I drove to Indy first. If you know me, I'm a WNBA, Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark fan, and so I knew I wanted to go to the Indy Dallas game because Paige Beckers, of course, is also amazing, and I wanted to see her play too. So I planned it all out to where I could stop in Indy for a couple of days, see the Indiana Fever at home, which was electric. It was amazing. If you are a WNBA fan, an Indy fan, highly recommend. You have to go see them play. They're just such a fun team to watch. So I was there for a couple of days, and then I drove another 7-8 hours to Buffalo, New York, which was also really pretty, and went to Niagara Falls. I was only there for less than 24 hours, so I didn't get to do a ton of stuff there, but I knew that Niagara Falls was on my bucket list to see at some point, and so why not do that when I was there? And then, yeah, less than 24 hours was in Buffalo, and then I drove another 8 hours to Newport, Rhode Island. Drove through like upstate New York, Mass, and wow, like, it is just stunning. It is beautiful. The drive was amazing. It was actually super easy. So yeah, and now I'm in Newport, Rhode Island for the next 10 days, and I'm super excited. It is definitely one of those towns that's like super busy during the summer, so there's a ton of people here and the parking is crazy, but we made it work. Also, the Airbnb that I'm staying at is literally like right on the main like street in Newport, which is so convenient. So I'm able to kind of like park my car away and not really need it. I can walk everywhere, bike. They also have some decent transportation here in Newport, which is nice too. So stay tuned for everything that I do. You're also probably asking, Amanda, why are you videoing all of this? Like, what's the point? And good question. I knew that, I mean, I'm doing this solo, so I don't know, kind of helps me feel like a little bit like not so lonely, I guess. Minus Riley. I'm here with Riley, but still. No, it all like, I'm very creative what I want to be, And not with everything, like when it comes to like arts and crafts and stuff like that, like I'm not super creative. But when it comes to like social media and just media in general, photos, videos, like I am that person, like something that I enjoy doing and I enjoy looking back on. One thing that is like really, one thing that's been just like super heartwarming to me is, you know, whenever you sit down with your grandparents and they show you like these books and books of just like photos from so long ago, and them just like rethinking through those memories and like, oh yes, like in this photo, you know, my dad was out fishing and came home and blah blah blah, whatever. But like I love that. I think it's so sweet, and I just want to be able to like look back on this solo traveling that I'm doing and just be able to like cherish it. And I know that, you know, it's 2025, like photos, like just books of photos, like people just don't do that anymore for multiple reasons, and I totally get it. Like I don't love clutter. So I want to be able to have all of this on, you know, YouTube or videos or photos, and be able to like look back through it and be like, yeah, I did that. Or yeah, like let's look back at my like videos from whenever I went to Newport or whatever. So I don't know, I just knew I wanted to have some video footage to look back on from my travels and, you know, be able to relive these memories that I'm making. So I will be doing a lot of vlogging, I will be taking a lot of photos, and yeah, stay tuned. Lobster roll fight. Yum. There's lemon butter, spicy honey butter, and then truffle butter. We'll try this one first.
Yeah, we shouldn't have what's that date there? Perfect. I appreciate you telling me, absolutely. All right,
So
that's great.
good.
Do you need anything else from me?
First time out here. Got a couple first timers. What do you think of this boat right here? Odds out here, the waiting list is 30 years long. Okay? For one of these spots. It takes a while. 30 years you wait, and this guy, $25 million guy, slips back. That is for they were philanthropic, right? They helped restore all the animals. People came from all over. There's a recommendation. I think here's a slug test. They check and see if it supports that enough. He can rock with the red roof there. Playtime, not a good swim for and that inventive rifle cannon by the time this Alright everybody, as we make our turn here, we're coming along the house still ahead steel. Pretty big deal, guys. They used Bethlehem steel to this time that they had. This one right here. Now, this was the workers' vacation home from 1905 all the way up until 1938. In 1938, Rhode Island experienced the worst hurricane in its history, a Category 5 storm.